All right, try a little something different today. Wasn't really wasn't really feeling the angle that I had in the car. Hopefully, I can get my dash cam going rather quickly, so we can get that in motion. So we're gonna try to do it a little cardio style today. As you can tell by the background, I'm at LA Fitness again. Woke up a little later than I wanted to, but it's all good. Found a little isolated piece of cardio equipment. Nobody around me, so I could record this video and get the day started in day two. I'm gonna make it a point to hit Redcon tomorrow, though, where, like I said, is the preferred gym. But yeah, we're gonna do a little hamstrings, and biceps today. Like I said, I like to do 2 leg days, so hit some hamstrings today on the. And it would just feel a little unfulfilling if I didn't throw in some arms, especially because tomorrow when I do back, I don't think there's any room for anything else. Pretty much takes up the entire workout. So we're gonna throw some in today with some hamstrings. Probably start with some of these warm-ups I like to do on the. These are pretty hard to explain. It's more of a. These are gonna probably be one of the exercises that I'm going to record today, and probably do the same voiceover that I did yesterday. Kind of like how that worked out. These warm-up hamstrings on the rows, on the cable pullback rows. I'd like to do a warm-up on those. Probably mixing a set of buys after that. Try to keep that blood flowing. Then we're going to probably go to some sort of dumbbell RDL. Probably really get a nice stretch on those. Probably go for like 5 sets of those, 4 or 5. Probably 4, maybe 5. And, I'm going to probably work in another set of arms after that. And then I will probably go to some sort of laying down hamstring curl. And, probably go through 3-4 sets of those. And when I'm done with that, go to the seated hamstrings. Then finish off with some nice core. Go back to cardio, and then I'll try to set up the cam again in the car, just in case I can't get a peninsula like I have now of cardio equipment. So that's never a guarantee. Certainly not one at Redcon, which is fine. I don't mind the clutter at all, especially when it comes to their machines and different variations. It's hard to top that. But today, the space and the isolation is definitely serving its purpose for the morning. So, I don't know, I think I'm going to keep this one rather brief. Yeah. Do some workouts. Peace.
I really like this exercise for a hamstring warm-up to activate the hammies. As you can see, I'm on the seated cable rower machine. I have my butt scooched up to the front of the machine, and I have my elbows pushing my core up, almost in like an opposite plank position. And then I'm keeping my feet flat on the pad and just driving them back into my hamstrings. I do this for about 3 to 4 sets of 15, and like I said, it's a great warm-up set. Definitely recommend this to add this into your routine.
Better getting some decent lighting here. I'd like to see a little bit of separation, even though I hit hams today. Always going to get a little bit of a quad pump in there. But yeah, man, just working on the overall symmetry. When I stand up, I don't want to feel overpowered from the top region of my body, which has been the case pretty much like 95% of my life. It's in the past 2 years, even I would say like the past 6 months, when I took it to splitting hamstrings and quads, that I really started to notice a difference. But I'm excited to get whatever fluff is left in here and see kind of the, I guess, end result, so to speak. Didn't hate how that first cardio portion worked out, opposed to the toilet angle I have right now on my car, but the dash cam is ordered. We'll get that underway. Little bit of flubbing today. I'm not gonna lie. On day 2, I forgot my tripod at my house, so I was able to record a set, and it was the set that I wanted to record, the hamstring warm-up set. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a voiceover on that later, put it together. Starting to think the episodes are going to be coming out every other day right now. Just want to be able to compile like around 30-35 minutes of good condensed material, and that's kind of how I'm going to run it. So if that takes 2 days to complete, then that's fine. Doesn't need to be every single day right now, or maybe even ever. Who knows? But it is what it is. Had a good workout today. Felt pretty strong. Still, you know, not as obviously strong as I was when I was bulking, but it's only been a few days. I still have residual effects from the bulk. So I'm not trying to necessarily, I guess, fully like commit to like a super shred right now. I kind of trying to hold on to muscle. So my sets have been, 20, 15, 12 drop, or sometimes 15, 12, 8, then a drop. So I am working on slowly building up the volume, and but those sets where I'm doing 8 to 10 reps, I still kind of want to keep around. Like I said, I'm trying to hold on to as much muscle as possible. It's never so the losing fat hasn't really been an issue in the past for me. It seems to slide off pretty quick, especially when I dial in the diet just a little bit. I start to see daily results. So the game I'm playing is trying to hold on to as much as I can from the bulk, and the drying out process, I think, will take care of itself. See, there's a guy that just came next to me, but it's 2 treadmills away, because the treadmill right next to me is out of service. So I am also on the treadmill all the way to the right of the gym. So I am what I like to call on a cardio peninsula. I don't know why I said it like that. Cardio peninsula. And when I find myself on these cardio peninsulas, I think we can do these. And it's not because I'm shy, which I am a little bit, but it's a consideration thing. I mean, I would like to think that the person next to me would have some headphones on, listening to their own thing, and that my voice in this mic would be controlled enough where that wouldn't invade their ear space and interfere with their music. Because, I mean, let's be real. Like, I wouldn't want that. No, I don't think anybody would want that. So, from a consideration standpoint, that's where I'm at. And by that time, I'll have the dash cam, and we can have different options for our wrap-ups, or our mornings, or wherever we decide to have a chat. I'm also thinking bringing you guys with me on a chat when I go on my, sometimes I go on 5-mile walks at the park by my house. I don't know if I can keep you guys engaged for that long, but I could certainly hop on the horn for a few minutes, make things happen. Food wise, yesterday I went slightly over the carbs. I would say I finished up at like 110, but the protein I was able to bring up to 210, which is good for after a Sunday, because usually I'm fasting on Monday for the majority of the day. I would say up until after my afternoon workout, which starts around 12, sometimes 1 o'clock. So sometimes food isn't going to my body on Mondays until 3, 4 p.m. And, I'm going to bed at 10, so trying to get that much protein in there can be difficult sometimes, but I was able to make it work, obviously subsidizing the shakes. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, to hit some of those protein macros, you do need shakes. Sometimes sometimes more than one a day. So today I should be able to keep the numbers where I want them, at 100 carbs and 210 protein. Probably have I like the core power proteins, 42 protein, 9 carbs, and they taste great. Not really a chalky aftertaste, especially on the vanilla ones. Those are the ones I really recommend. I even see some TikToks of people like making ice cream with them. I mean, I just drink them, but I guess some people consider them tasty enough to form some sort of ice cream in there with them. So the core powers from I guess Fairlife Farms, I just like the way they taste. I mean, I feel like you could really get carried away sometimes when you're making your own shake at home with the peanut butters and your bananas and your it gets fun, but so sometimes it's like, oh, I want to add this, I want to add that. This really end up having a tasty concoction, but the macro end of it, can really sting you. But it depends what you're going for. Depends what you're going for. Some people, especially on calorie surpluses, or need those calories, whatever. After that, I'll probably have thinking like maybe like a poke bowl today, extra poke, a little bit of white rice. Not too much, just enough to like satiate me. And probably like 5 o'clock, something like that. I'll have like another shake and a snack, and that'll leave me at like 30 grams of carbs a day, and with like 70 to spend. So this is currency, I'm not worried about hitting my protein macros, but keeping those carbs in check has kind of been the name of the game for me. So at night, I like to take a Quest cookie or a protein brownie, which is around 20 carbs. I'll air fry that and hit it with some reduced fat whipped cream, a few spoonfuls of that, or some whipped cream, a little bit of whipped cream on that or whatever. It's about 25 carbs right there. In the protein cookie, it's about 20 grams of protein. So that leaves me at about, if I'm doing my math correctly, at about 40, 45 grams of carbs for dinner, which is nice. I can do an array of different things, and that leaves the options open, because I am married, and I do like to consider what my wife wants to eat at night as well. And we like to eat together, and I'm not it becomes a little bit more of a team sport at night, and that's fine. She likes to eat healthy with me, but I like to keep the carb window somewhat open for nighttime for me and her, and for myself. I like to enjoy dinner, and I feel better when I'm working on the lighter stuff. So that pretty much wraps that up. Yeah, I like how this one worked out better on the treadmill than the bike. Finish up this cardio here. I'm gonna try to get a mile in. I've been kind of lollygagging, but multitasking has never really been my strong suit, even though we're just talking about literally just walking and talking. I don't know if many would consider that multitasking, but we are. Here we are. All right. I don't even know how to end these, but peace.
All Alright, what's going on? Woke up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning to hit Redcon, the gym that I prefer to go to. I mean, let's just keep it plain and simple. Yesterday was interesting. I guess I'll do a little story time with you guys, even though it's not so flattering on my end. I went to the LA Fitness yesterday, and I left my wallet there yesterday in the morning. Somehow popped out of my bag, and I realized I left it there just through like basic process of elimination, and it could be no other place but here. So I was working. I had my wife give them a call, and they were a little rude to her and kind of said, no, we don't have it. So when she told me this, obviously I wasn't too pleased. So I called back, and the manager or somebody, whoever was at the front desk, picked up. Must have been at like 7 o'clock when I got out of work. I worked a little late yesterday, and they picked up the phone. And I was like, hey, I left my wallet there yesterday. Just want to see if it's there, very politely. And she was like, oh, no, I've been here all night. I would know if someone turned a wallet in. And I was like, I didn't even say what time of day I've been there. Like, I was there in the morning, not even at night. Like, what are you talking about? And she goes, yeah, but nobody turned anything in. I said, can you, instead of taking this approach, would you mind just please checking for me? And just so I can have peace of mind and know that it's not there for sure. So she goes, sure, I have to get a manager on the line. It's going to take a second. I said, okay, I have a second. I've waited all day, no problem. She goes, the manager didn't pick up. I have to call another manager. Okay. She calls the other man, gets a hold of him. We found a wallet. It's in the safe. You can come get it tomorrow. I'm like, okay, is it mine? And she goes, well, it has to be. I'm like, I mean, most likely it is, but can you check if it's my wallet? And she goes, I can. It's in the safe, but I'm not a fortune teller. But I can tell you it's probably your wallet. So I said, okay, when can I come get it? She goes, tomorrow morning. So I figure on the way to Redcon, I'll wake up early, stop by LA Fitness, get my wallet. I go there this morning, a guy's in the front, and I'm like, hey, I called yesterday, confirmed that they have my wallet. I just want to pick it up. And he goes, yeah, we do have it. I tried to call you and email you yesterday, which didn't receive either of those. And it's in the safe. We need a manager to come unlock it. And I'm like, okay, they told me to come in the morning. They didn't pick a time or say any specific time, so I'm here. Can you find a way to please get it and access the safe? And he goes, I can't. And I'm like, okay, can I talk to somebody else? He goes, no, you can't. I'm the manager. I'm like, okay, so you just said a manager is required to unlock the safe, but you can't do it. He goes, well, I'm the front desk manager. There's one of the other managers that have the access to the safe need to open it, and they don't come in until 10 a.m. So that's where I'm at right now. Things got a little heated, but they settled down. I didn't want to carry over the conversation that I had last night with this lady to this gentleman this morning. So I tried to gather my patience and, shook his hand. I said, look, I'll be back at 10. My bad for getting a little fired up. He said, my bad too. It's all good. So I'm on the way to Redcon, and on the way back, I am going to go again, I'm going to call this time, to LA Fitness and pick up my wallet and hopefully never return there again. Terminate my membership and badmouth them on my... No, I'm just kidding. But we all know I don't need to slander LA Fitness reputation. We'll leave it at that. They're doing fine. I am on the way now to hit some back. I love doing back. I don't know. I don't know what I have planned. I'm gonna hit a variation. I usually like to start with some just some basic pull-ups, do like 3-4 sets of 5 strict pull-ups, chin over the bar. Just gets my back nice and activated, and it's, you know, I feel like it's something that I've been doing for a while. I never want to not be able to do pull-ups. So I keep them as a staple in my back routine, and I don't really plan on changing that. After that, I'll probably go to some sort of low row. Then I'll do some sort of like pull down, and then I'll probably repeat the process, like another low row and a pull down, all different variations. I know Redcon right now has a lot of new machines. I saw some back machines in there. They're always updating. And another thing I wanted to add is the reason I'm doing the our wrap up part A, warm up, I guess, warm up conversation. Yeah, we'll call it a warm up conversation in the car, is because, as I mentioned before, at Redcon, everything is cluttered in a good way, not in a negative way. And there's only about, 4 or 5 treadmills, and they're pretty close to each other. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be annoying or invade anybody's ear space whatsoever. It's just something that I don't like to do. So we're going to do this one in the car. And they are film-friendly gym, which I love. It's a lot more, it feels easier, like I'm not doing anything to disrupt anybody. If I pull up my tripod and set it up, it's fine. Still, I'm going to keep my small tripod. I don't think I'll ever be a gigantic tripod guy. Unfortunately, I just don't think that's going to be in the cards for me. I mean, unless I have to or I'm forced. But yeah, was I? So they are a film-friendly gym. So I'll be filming some sets today, and breaking them down on the voiceovers, and then do a little mirror post shot. See where we're at. I can tell you that I'm sitting at about 212, 213 right now, and I expected that. I expected. I dropped 5 pounds of water after like a huge cheat day, like it's nothing. That's standard protocol for me sometimes with how heavy I go on the cheats. So when I was 220, 221 after my bulk, that was full of carbs, and I was trying to hold on to as much as I could, but I'm happy with sitting at like 212, 213 right now. Obviously a little bit drier, and yeah, it's just gonna keep on rolling, baby. What's going on, guys? I really enjoy this particular variation of seated rows to blow up your back. As you can see, I'm using a pronated grip strictly for the whole entire exercise. I feel like this really creates a good squeeze and gives you a different angle than what you're used to with a supinated grip with your standard bent over rows or a lot of other different row variations. This is something I throw in every now and then, and it hits at an angle a little higher than a low row, and I suggest you add it to your routine. See how you like it. I really like this particular attachment for lat pull downs. They don't have them at every gym, but they happen to have it at mine, but they're also available to buy online. It's the Power Grip T-bar. It's 22 inches long, pause, and this sort of like encompasses everything. It's the granddaddy perp of all attachments to me because it is a mix of close grip, wide grip. It's right in the middle. I get a really nice contraction and squeeze on this, and I'm able to drive my elbows all the way down, and I feel super strong on it too. This is definitely a back crusher, so add it to your routine and let me know how you like it. Not terribly displeased. What's going on, guys? this now on my way to work. Because as you guys know, when I got out of the gym today, I had to tend to some business. I got it back. It was a little bit of a mountain to climb, even this morning, because when I went in, I don't even know if I said it in my last video. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. The guy said there was another manager that was going to be there at 10. So I went back afterwards before work, and I got it. I secured the wallet, the bag. I have it. But yeah, no, I'm on the way to work. I do hair for a living, so I'm on the way to a salon right now. I'm a barber. Me and my wife own a salon, so I'm gonna go attend to my schedule of clients. But yeah, today was a really good workout. I'm still feeling good. I'm feeling pretty full, but I also see that my body's responding to the cut pretty fast. And I think that's just due to like me pretty much running this diet for 9 to 10 months out of the year. So the response has been good. I'm pleased. I mean, I feel like I'm making daily gains, which is, all you could ask for. And I'm looking forward to Thursday. Today is Wednesday. It's my third low-carb day in a row, but not feeling emaciated, anything like that. I feel great. I feel like the 100 carbs, which I think I had 110 the first day, but yesterday I was right on point with the 210 protein. Has been good. It's been working out. And Thursday, gonna jump it up to 250. But yeah, today's workout was good. Did all back actually. It was a complete back workout. I threw in some calves because I did them on Monday, and now today's Wednesday. It's an every other day thing with calves, and eventually core, probably starting next week. Maybe even this week. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I throw them in, but they're gonna start soon. And yeah, that's pretty much the wrap up for this. I feel like I should have definitely done this when I got out of the gym, because the caffeine was still kind of kicking right now, and I got home and I like to engage in some every now and then. So I'm adjusting. It's an adjustment. I'd rather speak to the camera when I'm up, but I feel like we're doing all right. Is that it? This is gonna conclude the second episode of the Road to 40, and it's gonna be I guess a two-parter as far as workouts, because I did hamstrings and biceps yesterday, and today was back. Gonna combine the two and drop an episode for you guys tonight. And yeah, I would expect things to improve. What I did want to mention is I would expect the angles to just keep improving, starting with this car angle, which the dash cam is coming, and I'm just gonna start hopefully being a little less timid when I take out my ever so tiny tripod. I still cannot conform to getting one of those huge tripods that fold up. If anybody has any other ideas to get the more, I guess perpendicular angle to just a little higher, I guess would be great. And I'm gonna just become less timid when I take my tripod out, especially a Redcom, because it's invited. It's fine over there. Because I think I have this idea that everybody's looking at me or something, which is just, it sounds kind of conceited, but it's more because I'm taking my tripod out and doing something awkward. But I'm adjusting to not doing that. I'm going to start realizing that, especially at that gym, that a lot of people are recording their sets, probably half, more than half. So why am I afraid? I'm not afraid anymore. All right, guys, peace.